Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the channel today. My name is Matt and this is Firewood in the Field. So what you got behind me, when in my last video I gave a little Woodyard tour and showed how empty and barren it was. It still is mostly empty, but at least I got 2 more totes in there. And this is about half and half ash and maple all mixed together. So it's mid-December and I know a lot of folks burn ash right away. I like to let things season a little bit as much as I can. I'm really low on seasoned firewood. I'm hoping this dries as best as it can. We are not in the optimal drying months. Today is very windy though. I think it's about 36 or 37 degrees Fahrenheit right now, but it feels colder because there's quite a wind that just keeps going. It's dying down a little, but we'll see how that impacts my ability to record today. So we all know that those abilities are already lacking. One good thing about this wind, it will help dry this out a little bit. I do have just a little over a cord of seasoned firewood that can go in the stand right now. I can dip into my personal stash inside the shed if I had to. And I do have another cord that was split in June of this year. So that's been 6 months, but it's oak. Really needs a little more time. I haven't moisture tested it yet, but really needs a little more time. Anyway, enough yammering. Let me go show you the setup for today and we'll get going. Well, there it is. I like to get all this split today if possible, but we'll see. In my last video, I made 2 split totes of firewood from these 2 totes of rounds. And as you can see, I've still got a good bit of rounds left in this one. So this should carry over, right? I take all that wood, start pulling from this one, I'll make a full tote with even more left in this one. So I'm willing to bet I'll get 7 totes of split firewood, possibly 8. Those bottom ones are stacked kind of high. And then something I learned, you can't really tell in this footage, but this ground is flat for Missouri, but it is a gentle slope out here. I had the splitter turn 90 degrees from how it is now, and hydraulic oil, once it got warm, hydraulic oil started leaking out of the breather cap. I turned it this way, it's not as bad. I didn't bring a spirit level with me, but I can. There are a couple adjustments on that leg, so I can adjust it this way. Because the tilt is like it's downhill toward the rounds the way we're pointing. Get a bunch of totes made today if I can. And realistically, I'm biting off more than I can chew with the daylight that's left. If I can get 2 or 3 totes split today, I'll call that as a win. All right, tote number 1 is in the books. Gonna move this out of the way and get started on tote number 2. I'm enjoying the power split. I really am. I have split, this is my 3rd tote, so I'm still learning as I go. But so far, I'm kind of surprised at how fast I'm able to produce firewood. I do think if I was going to order a new machine from them, I would get the 31-inch tall option. I'm 6'1" or maybe I'm 6'2". I don't remember. It's getting bad. I can't remember how old I am either. But regardless, for my body, I think I would like it a little higher. So I might shop around. I might just look on Facebook, find a little bit larger set of wheels and tires. That'll raise the machine up an inch or two. We'll see how that does. But no fault to the machine. It does fantastic. All right, tote number 4, all wrapped up. Second tote of the day. I really wanted to do more than 2 totes today, but it's the way things go, right? It's not a race. I do need to get caught up in production, but I am, regardless of how fast I'm producing, I'm happy about how much wood I'm getting out of these totes. I had 6 totes around, all stacked up like you see behind me. I produced 4 totes of splits out of 3 totes of rounds. Let's keep making progress as best as I can, and I'll keep you all updated as best as I can. But if you made it this far, or if you watched it all, or if you fast forwarded to the end, regardless, I thank you for being here. Thank you also if you like this content, you want to hit any of those like, subscribe, hype buttons, any of that stuff. From Matt at Firewood in the Field, see you next time.